Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Work as Resources Soviet Republic. Today I have Kaya Maya's Republic. She just wanted me to do a general review, and I'm happy to oblige and see what's happening. This part is pretty cool, and we'll get to that, don't worry. Welcome back. I really enjoy making these review or fix-it videos. It's just nice to see what everyone else is doing, and I was looking through Kayamaya's Republic here a little bit. Really thanks for submitting this. It took me a long time to get to this one. Sorry about that. That's why there's two in this week. I may do two a week for a little while until we start with season 4, but yes, happy I actually got to it because she's actually doing a lot of cool things, which I didn't realize at first. Let's check out the map here. The map looks like, I have no idea where this will be in real life, but there's stuff going on everywhere. So this is the nuclear power plant where we just were, and we'll get back to that at the end because there's a lot to look at. Down here, I'm assuming could have potentially be the starting area. Then there's another city over here and a city over here. Plus there's stuff actually happening on the sides, and she is relying on ships to make them move. That makes me really excited because every time someone actually uses some ships, I'm pretty happy. It looks like you have one helicopter here. I don't think that's enough, but hey, whatever, that's fine. I'm not here to fix everything, but that's the first thing. You do use the, I'm going to call it a firefighter cheat, where you don't actually need people to man your fire station, but hey, the game allows it, so why not? Oh, let's look at our settings. From what I can tell, most things are on hard. Global events are disabled. I've never felt like these really have a huge impact, so I'm going to consider this all on hard. I think you started with easy money though, just judging from the economies. When I look at all your economies, you've made 80,000 and you have 80 million and you have 90 million. Just implies you started with 10 million. Nothing wrong with that. But you have a pretty healthy export. And doesn't look like a lot of import, so hey, cool. Well, not a lot. Depends how you look at that, but that looks cool. But yeah, no, there's a cool little oil area. I do wonder if you started out with general resources or if you may have painted them in later on. Honestly, I don't care that much, but it may be something cool to consider. It looks like these were painted in at some point. I don't know by you or by someone else. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. They're not as abundant. They're just in certain areas, and that's cool. I like it. Yeah. So you have your oil here, and you're pumping in a good amount. This setup is pretty standard, and it looks kind of nice. Not gonna lie, it looks kind of nice, and I do wonder if the game. Oh, if I zoom in, it doesn't look like that. But the game from up here actually looks like the land down here has changed, is looking different, maybe because of the oil usage. I like it. If you did that on purpose, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's the first one. The second one, something very similar is happening just on the other side of the map. Yeah, and I'm just going to fly around like that because it's a little easier. Very similar over here, also another oil production. It looks like this maybe not, no, it is running, it's just already pumping into these little cargo ships, tankers. But same idea, you also only have one helicopter here. Hey, if you tell me this is enough, that's fine. You get the power state or the power coming in from right there, and that's cool. This is actually a kind of really cool feature that you figured out, or that you made. I'm assuming you made this by hand. This must have taken forever. So kudos for that. But having a little canal channel, wherever you're from, channel that just goes right through here, lets you go through to the borders. That is pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I like that a lot. I have never had to use it, but it totally makes sense because this island or this peninsula over here just blocks everything for your travel, and this at least quadruples your time to actually travel out there. So yeah, this channel makes perfect sense. And even if you wanted to later on, you could probably put a nice little bridge here or something. I like it. I like it. That makes sense. I should mention Kaya Maya is also one of the players that is playing on the round table map. That was the first one on the series that I showed off. And she was the one that built the pretty cool heli construction office setup where everything was kind of like fenced in and looked really nice. I liked it. Here's a new expansion. I don't see a lot yet. It looks like tourism. There's a beach, there's a hotel here, there's a bunch of touristy just things on this sector. I don't see much worker accommodations yet, but that's probably coming later on. This looks interesting. You do use some mods, but you are not using mods to make this unloading a little easier. But something that is cool, you're actually using a circle to get around here. That will make your life easier, but you should probably add at least one more line on the outside here, so you have at least 2 trains that can go through here. Plus, you do have to wonder, yep, works through, and these are pretty straight. I like this setup. It's probably a little overkill for what you're gonna make or what you're gonna do over here, but that's fine. That's totally working. And yeah, I think that's the area up here. I'm going through all the smaller pieces first so I can show you more later on for other things. Oh, worker accommodations will be up here. There's a church. I don't know if you built this or if this was just placed here for whatever reason by the mod maker. But cool detail. It looks like in some places you have some... Oh no, they're just churches started. I get it. There's some churches just in several places. I really like how this map is using the water and the islands and actually splitting it up. That's pretty cool. I want to get there last because there's a lot going on. Yeah, there's another church here. That makes sense. So you're just using that. I'm not 100% sure why you're only using one rail line in this area. It feels a little weird. You do have passing tracks when they are more or less appropriate, and that is cool. You do use... Oh, this is why you're using the circle up there. Using one train for everything. Yeah, that makes enough sense. Can we get a nice drive-by? Cool. Thank you. Awesome. Nope, I get it. I get why you have the setup the way you have it. 100% no, that makes perfect sense. These bridges, I know they're just bridges technically, but they look like they are appropriately sized. I like it. I like that a lot. Now you do use a lot of smaller ships, which is perfectly fine. So this makes perfect sense. They should be able to get underneath these, no problem. What we have going on here? Yeah, just services. You have fuel. You have a distribution office assigned. That all feels very just standard, well thought out. You're doing exactly what you need to do, and that's the main point here. A small power line going out this way. That's a little surprising to see. I guess you're stopping right here, and you're not continuing that power line. But look on the map, there's a power line running across here from this border. Just across... Oh, actually, I like this. I almost like this, I will say. I think this joint up here, this node... I'm looking on the map to see this, but this joint can probably go both ways. That way you have a power grid essentially going from your nuclear power plant that spreads out all directions. Now, the power grid itself can only handle 18 megawatts, and I know a lot of people always have trouble with that, but yeah, you can just add a few more lines, and in the end you could just add one line that goes up north, one line that goes up south, and so on, and just spread them out right here. What I'm saying is, and you probably know what I'm saying, have 4 lines go to this point, and those 4 lines will individually spread out into the different directions, and then maybe combine those 4 lines into one line. So you can use the leftover to export with that one line. I think that could be cool. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it. I know I said that a lot, but so far, so good. What am I missing? Yeah, there's a power line running outside here. That makes sense. Not sure if we need that with the nuclear power plant, but cool. Okay, let's look at the industries that you have going on here. Starter City, I think I looked at this before. It's very clean. It is very clean. I'm not sure if that is a good or a bad thing. Using a circle, circular motion for your trains, that should make life a lot easier. But if you're using a circle, why are you using two-directional traffic here? Or why are there 2 lines in here? That part I'm not quite sure about yet, because I'm assuming if I go to the signals, yeah, these are only one way. And yeah, this one feels just like it's never going to get used again. Maybe there was a reason for it at some point, and you just decided to turn this into a circle, or circular rail track, and that's perfectly fine. How full are you guys? 29 workers. Okay. 100 workers. Okay, nose is itching as usual. No, this is nice. I actually like what you did with the pipelines. They don't look overbearing in this area. They kind of run relatively clean. They're also hidden a little bit by trees, but they feel appropriate. Could they have been underground? Probably, but do they need to be underground? No, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. And yeah, you're using the snapping tool over here. This is where it gets a little messy. This could have maybe been hidden in a underground piping station. Is that a thing now? Made it a little nicer. I like what he did with the bridge over here though. Is that high enough? I think I like what he did with the bridge, but then it feels like the bridge may be a little bit on the low side, but I think that's okay. Yeah, no, we're just gonna say that's perfect. This makes perfect sense. Everything you're doing here, yep, it's pretty solid. Cool. No, this is good. Heating, a bunch of distribution and construction offices. Like, no, is this a construction office? Yeah, these are all construction offices. So I can see that you probably built everything from scratch. And I kind of like the rail layout that you have. It looks clean. It looks nice. You have one guy going out here. You have one guy that's really short here for steel. That's a little surprising. Nobody connected here besides, well, you have the cargo line connected, so that makes sense. I like it. I like what you're doing here. These are all very accessible for everything that you need, and every type of vehicle can get to them. That is pretty good. I am not sure why you don't have a road connection to this cargo station, because once you have a fire, you're gonna get rid of this. You don't want that. So that's something you should probably revisit at some point. And honestly, looking at this, I don't even know how you built this. Did you auto-build that? It doesn't have a footpath connection, so the distribution, the construction office wouldn't have any way to get to it. So that's a little questionable, but cool. At this point, honestly, I'm looking at this. It looks a little tried out everything once. And I think you mentioned something like that in your description to me. It's just like, there's a lot going on here. There's not really a theme. And I would think you will have problems with workers. So if there's one thing I would change is, instead of concentrating everything around one or two stations, like we are doing here, yeah, there's just a lot connected to it that needs a lot of workers in a lot of different places. And I guess there's a bus station over here too. How many buses are going here? One. Okay, cool. There's just a lot going on. I would split out the industries just a little more. I like having the rail connected like this, but I think you will enjoy it more if your industries are a little more spread out across different places. Now, the rail network itself, there's not much I can complain about. This guy makes sense where it is. There's a nice big area right in front of it where you can refuel. And it looks like you actually had this one over here. Realized, like I do all the time, that you can't pump directly into a fuel station. I had to add a little pump over here, but that makes perfect sense. But having this one here, you have all the ways to turn around into the fuel station and then get out of the fuel station, get to wherever you need to go from there. That makes perfect sense. Something that I wouldn't do much anymore is this. It looks like this area could get really busy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4... just 4. So let's just say 4 trains that want to come in at the same time. There's no space here for them to really wait. Now there's one space to wait here. There's no space to wait for this guy. There's no real space to wait for this guy. And there's a lot of space to wait for this guy. So you have a potential of just having 2 trains parked in here that not go anywhere. That can be a little dangerous. It looks like here's where you used your construction office, the helicopter construction office setup. Yep, it still looks nice. I definitely like how this looks. So keep that one up. Chemicals, that all makes perfect sense. The vehicle production line. Yeah, vehicle production line looks great. What are you producing? You're producing mostly snowplows, some construction material, and what is this guy doing? Why are you waiting? Load until full. You should be full at this point. And you're going here. Oh, you're unloading here. I get it. You're unloading there. But everything is connected, so this one's not going anywhere right now. interesting. That probably needs some help. Yeah, following the rail line, this all makes perfect sense. This, I'm a little surprised by. You are snarled up quite a bit on your rail network. I'm not quite sure that that is really necessary. You do have two junctions that are relatively big right next to each other. There and there, those are the two. And these clover leaves, as much as I like using them, they are not great for high throughput. They do stop you. One train can stop a lot of lanes when you want to go through them. So something that I would consider here is making a bypass. Making a bypass section where you just have two lines in the middle, bypassing wherever they need to go, and the lines on the outside just connect to whatever they need to connect to. That could help. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will help, but it could help. And then you could obviously also have a full bypass that starts out here, crosses over this area, and then just connects to this lane a little later, wherever it's appropriate. Yeah, no. And then you have, well, fields. Fields are right here. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know. They just do what they need to do. And then you have some stuff over here. This looks like the rest of the iron and coal production. This is coal ore. This is coal ore. This is coal power plant. Yeah, more power, definitely. Maybe you start in this area. That's also possible. But yeah, this is all working really nice. And then you have more rail connection to the iron city. Oh, this is the iron ore that I was thinking you had over there. But I can see that all of this is working really, really well and really, really nice. So not sure. There's not much to add here. Okay, let's jump to the little gem over here, which I really, really liked. Yeah, what's going on here? We have a lot. I mean, this must have taken forever to put together. Not even talking about the trees, and they're really thick, so they must have taken a while to put in there. But you have your container connection. Awesome. You have your nuclear fuel fabrication. You have your uranium mine that's somewhere here, which makes me think this may have been painted in. You have your conversion plant, which may, like, there's just a lot going on here. Then you have a distribution office that figures out what chemicals, that moves chemicals around. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe this is a case where lines are appropriate. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. Technical services. Yes, there are a lot of roads here. I love how you use the texture that the game gives you, and actually you made an awesome job. Look at these angles. These angles are hard to make with the game because the game is only going with your the direction of your camera. So this is now straight. Am I gonna break it? Not that one, not that one, not that, where are you? Here. Trees. This one, gravel square. So you see this? It will only go straight from where my camera is. It won't go straight here. So if you would do this, you would always go over the line. So what you have to do is actually align this, figure out where it's straight, and you can see it's still not straight. So figure out where the line is again, try again. Yep, this one's probably working, but you have to do that everywhere you go, and it's just so much work. I can't even start doing that because that process just makes me mad. This looks pretty cool. I really like this whole texture thing that you did here. Game, what are you doing there? Don't be silly, game. Can we? Aha! Fixed it. You're welcome. I like how that looks. Yeah, pollution station. That's interesting. What's our dosimeter? I'm actually not seeing anything. That's kind of surprising. Because I do see smoke coming out of the two Schornsteine, and they're doing their thing, so I would have expected something to go on here. But no. There's more fuel fabrication. You have a lot of workers here. Everything is just shipped in by air. I think there is that's pretty nice. For right now, it does look like you keep all your nuclear, everything, uranium, or connection over here. I am not certain how you're getting your fuel out here. Because there's fuel in here, 100%. There needs to be a truck. Huh. Did you buy it? I like that you have the secret police out here, too. That's great. They're not really doing anything out here, but they definitely are useful. Okay, let me see. Where do you get your fuel from? Please show me. Load. There we go. Where are you? You're over here, and you have a pumping harbor here. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Take everything back that I said before. I love it. I appreciate when you have a lot of ships actually doing a lot of shipping things and a map that actually allows that, because there's no direct path onto this island without helicopter or ships, and that's pretty awesome. I like it. And then obviously the tree work that you did on here, that's pretty neat, even if it was there before. Then you have your container storage out here. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, and it looks like you're building a big shipping. Is this shipping? I'm assuming it's shipping, but I really don't know. Vehicle storage. Oh no, it's just a large storage. So you're just going to store all your nuclear waste here. Yeah, sure, why not? Eventually you can probably get a container ship out and then ship all your leftovers to wherever you don't want it. I like it. I like how you use this area. That's really cool. Yeah, I think that's all. We will just, how about we will just hop on a helicopter and see the rest of, not the rest of the map, but see a little bit more of the map while we fly around, and I'll leave you with that. Should I? No, I won't. And I hope you enjoyed this one, because I did. It's a pretty cool map, and it's just, there's nothing wrong with it, like, at all. It's just, there's a lot going on, and it's done really well. It's nice to see that. The only thing I will change a little bit is your rail network. There's a little bit much going on, but hey, that's fine. That's not an easy fix, but it's something that can be fixed relatively easy, because why not? Oh, I'm realizing sorry helicopter. I'm realizing this. You went underground with underground cables over here. That's awesome. So you have a shipping line where your ships can actually go through. That's some attention to detail right there. I love it. And I will leave you with a helicopter just making it back to our nuclear power plant. There's a lot going on here. Hours. Kayamayas. Thanks for sending out your map. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. If you did, you know what to do. And if you didn't, please let me know. But if you do have a map that you want to show off, or just have some questions about, or just want something from me, let me know. Find me on Discord, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And you guys are awesome. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.